Hey everyone, I'm Mike from theparkprodigy.com, and are you planning a Universal Orlando trip? Well, if you are, I know it can be exciting, but I also know that trying to figure out your budget for food and souvenirs while on your vacation can be confusing, and those daily costs definitely can add up quickly. And that's why in this video, I'm about to break down what you should realistically budget per day, and I'm also going to give you some of the best ways to save without missing out on all the fun. And I know that budgeting looks different for everyone, especially for theme park vacations, but what you'll see is I've broken down the daily budgets based on real Universal Orlando food menu items and the current souvenir costs within the park. And like I said, be sure to stick around because I'm also going to show you different ways to save money along the way. As always, I'm very excited, so let's go get started. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. Like I said, I'm about to break down a realistic budget for your food and souvenirs during your Universal Orlando vacation. And so of course, Universal Orlando is not as expensive as the destination down the road, Walt Disney World. But with the opening of Epic Universe last year, what I'm finding is even if you're doing, let's say, an apples to apples vacation, Universal Orlando in 2024 compared to, let's say, this year, with Epic opening up, it just automatically adds an extra day onto your trip. And with that comes new added costs to feed your family, to buy souvenirs, all that good stuff. And I also am finding maybe with the opening of Epic Universe, we have a lot of families coming over to Universal who have not visited in the past. So a set budget and kind of understanding what to expect helps you prioritize what matters the most, and it definitely avoids that vacation sticker shock once you get down to the parks. And as you can imagine, food and souvenirs definitely make up your biggest spending categories once you get down here. I have a lot of videos on what goes into picking the best hotel, ticket options, all that good stuff, but I've never actually done a video like this breaking down food and souvenirs. So finally jumping in, here are your daily budget benchmarks, starting with our food items. So my recommended baseline for families who are going to be doing quick service throughout the day is I would budget $65 to $80 per person per day for food. And so where do we kind of have to start to, read between the lines and figure out, right, what is best for you at home? Me personally, I come from a big Italian family. Growing up, I never really ate off of the kids' menu. We would definitely share different meals based on our different theme park vacations, and I pretty much grew up going to Walt Disney World since as far as I can remember. But what I'm getting at here is you have to make the determination, well, how do your kids order? What are their appetites? And what I would say is if your kids typically do order off of the kids menu, well then for your kids, I would say 9 and below, what you can do with my baseline budget is you could pretty much knock $20 off of that for your kids. So you're pretty much going down from 65 to 80 per person, and you would be going down to 45 to 60 for your kids to budget out for your day. Okay, so now finally we are going to start to jump into our budget. So my first one is my kind of recommended baseline for those families who might be having breakfast back at the hotel. Either you ordered through Instacart, which is a great way to save money on your Universal Orlando trip. It's something I personally do. You can order groceries to your hotel, and what I'll do is I'll order stuff for the morning, such as like those little cereal bags. I'll get granola bars, oatmeal, anything that I could kind of just whip up quick just to have something in my belly before I head over to the park. So you're kind of saving a little money there. And then once you get over to the parks, we're pretty much going to tackle quick service for lunch, dinner, and then I have some snacks sort of built into this number. And so when I look at the menu items for the quick service specifically over at Universal Orlando, and we will jump right back into this, but it's important for you to understand, typically I would say for an adult, a quick service meal is going to cost you anywhere between $15 to $20. So you can see if we have two quick service meals at $20 a piece on the high side, and then we have a $5 drink, you're pretty much coming in around $25 per lunch and dinner, and then I'm giving you some wiggle room for snacks and additional sort of butterbeer, stuff like that. So I do think if this is your family, I do feel like that $65 to $80 per person is a really, really good benchmark. And the other thing I would say too is if you are trying to stretch that even further, the Instacart trick where you're getting breakfast items, you get snack stuff to bring to the parks, bring your backpack, and you can have little bags of potato chips, same thing, granola, fruit snacks, whatever you want to bring to Universal Orlando. You can bring snacks. A lot of guests might not understand that. There are rules and guidelines. I would say as a general rule of thumb, as long as it's not refrigeratable and like what is sealed, like anything I just mentioned, think of like typical snack food, you're typically fine to bring it into the theme parks. Now taking it one step further, what about those families who, let's say you want to do one sit down restaurant within the day, but you also want to do breakfast in the morning? I would say for those families, you typically want to budget $100 to $120 per person per day. Now, I definitely am being conservative here, but I always think it's a little bit better to over plan, right? And for your breakfast items, typically at Universal Orlando, they're not going to be crazy expensive. I would say $10 to $15 is typically where you're going to fall in line. And then you could see where I'm going with this. If it costs you $15 for breakfast, $25 for lunch, you're at $40. So you pretty much have $60 to move around for your dinner, whatever sit-down restaurant you choose. And then you can do a butterbeer and snack here and there throughout your day. And the same principle if you have kids and they're ordering off of the kids menu, to be on the safe side, I would just take, if you're doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you could take $30 off and you should be relatively good. And what I would say too is that, of course, in life, right, you're on a theme park vacation. A lot of times you don't actually want to have to sort of give this much planning to it. What I would say is, of course, budgeting is important, but if you want to make sure you're good, it's just like anything in life. Typically, they say anything that you plan takes you longer and it's more expensive. I would, if you want to be 100% safe, I would just add 20% on top of these numbers and you'll have some wiggle room at the end of your trip. Now, what are some examples? What do these numbers actually get you within the park? And what do the meals actually cost? And at which parks, sort of to give you an idea of what your family would actually get for this budget. So what I did is I went and I looked at the menus. And so we're going to start over with Islands of Adventure with one of the very popular quick service meals where we have the 3 broomsticks within Hogsmeade Village. And so here you can get the chicken and ribs platter, which will cost you $20.99. And this is served with corn on the cob and roasted potatoes. And then also over in Islands of Adventure, we went over to Burger Digs where you can get the bacon cheeseburger combo for $20.49. So this is a Angus beef patty, cheddar, bacon on a brioche bun with fries. And the combo actually also gives you a Freestyle cup, which is not the refillable Freestyle cup, but just a fountain soda essentially. But this brings me to a great point and a great way to save on your Universal Orlando vacation, especially if you are trying to stretch a budget. I definitely would look into the Coke Freestyle cup. I've done a video on this. Long story short, essentially the way it works is it's pretty much a flat fee. So let's just use $19 for example, and pretty much for the $19 you will get unlimited refills throughout your Universal Orlando vacation. And even if you have one from the past, you can bring it back to the parks and it's about $10 per day to refill it. But you could see if you're the type of family, if you're getting a drink at each meal and you're also going to get one here and there throughout your day, it easily pays for itself. And you can also use the Coke Freestyle cup to refill with water throughout the day to stay hydrated as well. And when we start to look at the table service sort of dining options, what I would say is entrees typically will be between $20 to $35 for most families. So I went and I looked at what some of the menus. And so for example, if you wanted to get the grilled Angus beef Carrasco steak, that would cost you $31.95. So you could see even a steak is sort of moderately priced right in there in the middle. Now, of course, the big caveat here is if you are the type of family where you like to get, let's say, a cocktail or alcoholic beverages with your meal, this really isn't going to be the best budget for you because a lot of these budgets really is just focusing on your meal and a soda, water, stuff like that. Taking it one step further, and I know there's a lot that goes into this, but the truth is, again, this is why I'm creating this video because it's not really one size fits all. There is a lot that goes into budgeting and planning for your trips. I know I mentioned that typically breakfast items are relatively moderately priced for theme park standards anyway. You know, you're sort of 10 to 15 bucks, but what I would say is if you're having breakfast within the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, that is going to be a little bit more on the expensive side. And so for example, the traditional breakfast over at the 3 broomsticks is right around $21.29. Now, what I would say here is you do get a small butterbeer with your breakfast. So this is actually one of the best tips and tricks. If you sort of want to try the butterbeer, but you're not 100% sold that you'll like it, one of the great ways to save money is if you're in the parks and you're grabbing breakfast for 21 bucks, you could see you're getting breakfast with a small butterbeer, so it can be a win-win. And then Universal also has the Marvel character dining experience, and so you do have to budget separately for that. And when it comes to Disney, Universal, doesn't matter which one, typically the character dining experiences are going to be more than your typical food. You're really paying for the experience. And there's also another one during the holidays, which is breakfast with the Grinch. So if you're interested, I would just go and Google them to see if you're interested in the character experiences to learn more and figure out if they're a fit for your family. But again, that definitely would impact your budget and something you'd have to take into account. Okay, but we can't talk about budgeting, of course, without the brand new park, Epic Universe. So Epic Universe has over 30 dining locations across the 5 worlds. And what I would say, in my opinion, and if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have sort of been stating that the food at Universal is not as good as the food over at Disney World. Well, I have to admit they are definitely changing my opinion, and I think Epic Universe is a huge step in the right direction for the food quality at Universal Orlando. And really where I think they kind of just blow Disney out of the waters is the quick service dining. I literally have done this. We have gone to Epic Universe. We have not gone on any rides. We have just gone and we've eaten around all the worlds, and we've done the power bands and the interactive wands. and we had a great time. The food really at this park is top notch. And so I have an entire video coming out on the best food at Epic, so I'm not going to really jump into the best food because the main topic of this video is budgeting. But if you do want to see that video, just be sure to subscribe to our channel, as I do have that video coming out in the coming weeks. But we're going to start with one of the, I would say, most popular dining experiences, and not because it's the best food as you'll see, but just because of where it's located, and that's definitely going to be Toadstool Cafe. So within Toadstool Cafe, we have the Mario Burger, which is a bacon cheeseburger with mushroom and cheese, and that's going to be $18.99. Then we have the Luigi Burger, which is a pesto grilled chicken sandwich, also $18.99. But some of the items that I've enjoyed here are going to be the garlic knots, which are shareable at $8.99. And then to give you some idea of what the kids pricing is, we have the kids spaghetti marinara, which is going to be $9.99. So you can see right there why I'm telling you you can knock $10 off per meal if your kids are ordering off the kids menu. Kind of falls right in line with those numbers. Over to another very popular one, and we have the Ministry of Magic. We have Cafe La Serene. And so again, the breakfast entrees typically are going to be right around that $19.99 mark, but the big draw here is going to be that butterbeer crepe, which is a shortbread cookie, butter, Bavarian cream, buttercream, fresh strawberries, and butterbeer drizzle. This one though is on the pricier side. This one definitely is going to run you closer to $20. So if you are coming specifically for the crepe, again, fix that into your budget. And one of the hidden gems and a great way to kind of get a meal on the cheap over at Universal Orlando would be over in the Isle of Berk, where we have the Hooligans Grog and Gruel. This is where you get those mac and cheese cones. So a classic mac and cheese cone with goldfish crackers is going to run you right around, I would say, $12. And honestly, this thing is definitely big enough to eat as a meal, because it's not only mac and cheese, but they give you sort of a cone made out of bread. And so you could see, you save a couple bucks here, but also these are great snacks because you could share one, right? So if you're stretching your budget, you can grab two of these for 24 bucks and it could feed a family of four as a snack. All right, but moving along, we do have to touch base on CityWalk. So how does CityWalk impact your budget? Well, realistically, it really does fall sort of right in line with the numbers I already gave you. Just as a couple of some examples, you can do Voodoo Donuts, so you can grab a couple donuts for a couple bucks each if you want to kind of have them for a cheap breakfast or a end of the day treat. But some of the other quick service options that they have to stay within budget are going to be the Red Oven Pizza Bakery, the Bread Box, and they also still have the Panda Express, all solid budget options in the $10 to $15 range for a good meal. Now, from a sit-down dining restaurant, again, here, we're typically going to fall within the ranges that I spoke about. For example, we have the Cowfish. You can get a samurai roll for $19, and this is the very popular sort of fusion sushi burger bar. I personally love it. This is my favorite restaurant in CityWalk. But then again, some of the sort of hidden things that will kind of blow your budget up are going to be if you go over to the Tootsum Chocolate Emporium, where milkshakes will cost you right around $19 each. Okay, and so before we jump into some of my money-saving tips, here's an example day at Islands of Adventure per person. So if you want a frugal day, you could start with a croissant from the Croissant Moon Bakery, and it's going to run you right around $4. Then for lunch, you'll go over to Thunders Falls Terrace, where an entree and a soda will be $18 for the entree plus $4.79 for the soda. You'll do a butterbeer at $9.49, and then you'll have dinner at the Three Broomsticks, where you can get the shepherd's pie for $18.99, and your total cost right there is going to be right around $55 per person. If we do the exact same day and we do one sit-down meal, let's say we go over and have dinner at the Hard Rock Cafe, and you do the hickory smoked ribs with a beer, that's going to run you right around $45, maybe a little bit more with tax. So you're looking right around, I would say, $85 to $95 for that sort of breakdown of your day. And so you can see, I think the real sort of wild card here is, how do you eat breakfast? What do you do for breakfast? And that will really impact how much a little bit more wiggle room you need to add onto your day. But I do feel like these numbers are pretty spot on to give you a solid budget for your Universal Orlando trip. So we spoke about drinks, but just here are some of my money saving tips. I definitely highly recommend the refillable Coke Freestyle Cup. Not only is it a great way to get your sodas throughout the day, but it's a great way to refill and save on bottles of water, because you can refill with water throughout the day. I would say from a budgeting standpoint, for most drinks, I would definitely budget $4 to $6 on the high side. Bottles of water are typically going to be that $4 to $6 range, depending on which water you grab, but you can get free cups of ice water at any of the quick service restaurants on property. Another great money saving tip would be just bring your own refillable water bottle from home. Another great one to kind of save money from a snack standpoint is definitely going to be the refillable popcorn bucket. It's going to cost you right around, at this point in time anyway, I would say around $13, but you do get refills at $2.25. A great way for your family to sort of snack throughout your trip, and then again, you could stretch your budget a lot further. So some of the other ways that you can save money within the parks are definitely look for entrees that are shareable. So we spoke about the mac and cheese cones, but there's another one within Isle of Berk at the Mead Hall. There's a platter that is definitely big enough for a family to share. share. It's actually meant for a family to share, so be sure to keep an eye on that. But what I would say too is I spoke about how I personally didn't order from the kids menu as a kid, but the joke's on me because now I actually order from the kids menu a lot within the park. So don't be afraid to order from the kids menu if you're not that hungry, or if you're just trying to save a buck and you see something that you might like. But that is pretty much how I would budget for food. Now, before we get into Souvenirs, some of the other things you do need to keep in mind are definitely going to be throughout your day if you need a locker. So regular paid lockers at Universal Orlando are going to cost you, I would say, between $12 to $20 for the day, depending on the size of locker that you need. Now, if you're just putting your stuff in a locker to go on to some of the rides, Universal does offer complimentary ride lockers outside of the rides that do require it. And typically, as a general rule of thumb, it's going to fit like your regular size backpack. But now let's jump into Souvenirs. So how much should you bring to sort of budget for Souvenirs and buy Souvenirs throughout your day? So typically, if you're looking for lanyards, I would say lanyards within the parks are going to cost you $13 to $15. Your mid-range t-shirts, your themed t-shirts are going to cost you $30 to $40. On the higher end, we have the Hogwarts robes, which are definitely going to be $140 plus. We have your Loungefly backpacks, which are going to cost you around $88. But I would say the big ones at this point in time are really going to be your Generation 2 interactive wands for the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, which are going to cost you $85 and up per person. And then we have the Epic Universe power-up bands that you can use in Super Nintendo World, which are going to cost you right around $45 per person. So what does this look like actually on your trip? What should your souvenir budget be? Well, let's say that you have 2 kids and you go in and you roll and you buy 2 Universal Orlando interactive Harry Potter wands Generation 2. That's going to cost you right around $180. Let's say you also buy 2 power-up bands. That's going to cost you right around $90. And let's say everyone in your family gets a t-shirt. So you get 4 t-shirts that will cost you between $120 to $160. You're going to see we're going to be right in the middle at $450 to $500 for your souvenir budget. So as you can see, it's absolutely possible to enjoy Universal Orlando on that budget, but prioritizing what matters the most for your family is definitely really important to give you a realistic idea of what your budget at home should be. And really coming to the conclusion on what sit-down meals do you want to do, what snacks would you prefer to bring from your hotel or from home, and what souvenirs are a absolute must will help you really ultimately figure out exactly what that budget for you at home is going to be. But I really hope that you found this video helpful, and of course, just be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and let me know at home what are some of your favorite money-saving tips that you always do within Universal Orlando. And if you are still in the process of planning that Universal Orlando trip and you need a little additional help, just be sure to go check out our website, theparkprodigy.com. We have a bunch of free vacation planning tools, everything you need to plan an amazing Universal Orlando trip. And as a thank you for sticking around all the way till the end of this video, I do have a special promo code you can go use on our website to save an extra $50 off your next Universal Orlando vacation, and the promo code is going to be MAGIC50. But I think that's all the time we have for today. Thank you all again so much for checking out this video, and until next time, I will talk to you soon.